Hi everyone. Now we're going to look at the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. Okay, remember that we form the present perfect simple by using the subject plus the verb have or has plus the past participle. We saw some examples of this in the previous video. Okay, we can say I have eaten, she has lived here since 2007, and have you seen the movie Parasite? Okay. We form the present perfect continuous by adding the verb to be. Okay. So I have been. Okay. Subject plus have been or has been plus the verb plus ing. Example. I have been living in Salamanca for 2 years. How long has Gretchen been working at the bakery? You haven't been waiting long, I hope. Okay, notice that we have the verb have been, okay, which is the past participle of be, plus the verb plus ing. Here's how we form the contractions. Okay, I have is I've, okay, you have, you've, he has, he's, she's, it's, we have is we've, they have, and is they've. For the negative, we use haven't and hasn't, okay? And then, of course, for questions, we have to use inversion with the auxiliary verb have or has. Have you been working here? Or has she been working here? And the short answer, yes, I have, no, I haven't, or yes, she has, and no, she hasn't. Okay, we can use both of these forms with the words for or since to talk about something that started in the past and is still true now. Okay, let's look at some examples. With the present perfect simple, we can say, how long have you been a teacher? I have been a teacher for 12 years, or I have been a teacher since 2008. Okay, let's look at that first sentence here. I have been a teacher for 12 years. We use for when we refer to a length of time. It can be any length of time. I've been a teacher for 12 years, for 12 weeks, or for 12 minutes. Okay? And we use since when we refer to a point in time. Here's the example. I've been a teacher since 2008. Okay? It can be any point in time. We don't use the present simple with for or since. Okay, so for example, you can't say I am a teacher for 12 years. No, we say I have been a teacher for 12 years. Let's go back and look at the present perfect continuous. Okay, we use the present perfect continuous with action verbs. For example, I've been waiting for the bus since 10 a.m. That's an action. Okay, to wait. She's been eating popcorn since the film started. Now she's thirsty. Okay, so notice the difference between the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. We don't use the present perfect continuous with state verbs like know and be. Okay, for example, we say, I've known Sam for a long time, not I've been knowing Sam for a long time. Okay, know is a state verb. You either know someone or you don't, so we don't use it in the continuous form. Okay, we use the present perfect continuous for continuous or repeated actions that affect the present. Okay, let's look at an example. Let's say your friend comes in the room and he's all covered in sweat, and you can say, why are you so sweaty? Sweat is sudor, right? Why are you so sweaty? And your friend says, I've just been running. Okay, so this is a continuous action that affects the present. It started sometime in the past. He started running in the past, but you can see that he's still sweaty. So he says, I've just been running. Now, with the verbs live and work, we can use both the present perfect simple and the present perfect continuous. and with very little change in meaning. Okay, you can say Juan has lived in France for 7 years, or Juan has been living in France for 7 years. They mean practically the same thing, although we might use the second one, has been living, if we want to emphasize that it's just a temporary situation. Here's another example with the verb work. My wife has worked at the university since 2010. Or, she's only been working in this lab for 2 weeks. Okay? There's not a lot of difference, although with the second one, we might be emphasizing that it's a temporary situation. Okay, that's all for the present perfect simple and the past perfect continuous. I think you know what to do. You need to do some exercises and practice, practice, practice. Thank you very much.